Howdy folks, hopefully everything is coming through crystal clear and the audio is sounding okay. It's Friday, March 27th, 5:17 p.m. is the time. The temperature is about -1 degree Celsius. I'm here on Bloor Street East, and that's a view to the west. And in about an hour and 50 minutes time, the Blue Jays will be starting off their season after last year's very successful run that fell literally an inch short of the World Series. I see Chipotle is here, Nicole, Explorious, Vivian Johnson, Medano, Trojan Elk Explorer, RMD VTO, Aiden Thompson, McGuire, Marge, Mark Foley, I Like to Walk, and everyone else, thank you for tuning in. There I am, rocking the Jays hat, of course. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Friendly reminder to hit that like button and subscribe if you like what you see. If not, it's all good. But what I hope to be doing is walking south down to and around the SkyDome. So we're going to go see what the pregame celebration is all about. And then I'm going to end the stream and I'm going to start watching the game on my phone. I'm going to walk my ass to the subway station and go home. And I'd like to say crack open a beer and watch the game, but I haven't worked out today, so that's really what I'm going to be doing during the game. Maybe after that I'll have a beer. Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is Bloor Street, but I'm going to go south down Yonge Street maybe. Susie has a J shirt on that belonged to your late mom. Well, my dad, who's no longer with us, went to the first ever home game at Exhibition Stadium back in 1977 when it snowed while they were trying to play the White Sox. Doug Alt hit that first home run in Blue Jay history back when they were playing on that lime green AstroTurf in that bastardized stadium that sucked for football and it sucked for baseball when it was all we had at the time. Your aunt went to the first game as well. Neat. It's just cold enough. I'm going to put my hood up. I wanted to wear the Blue Jay hat. I was in Leslieville earlier today. I recorded 2 videos. One of them is quite different. That one might be the video tomorrow. I got to tour a house while it was under construction by the designer and builder of the home. And the other one was just a walk around the neighborhood. Rogers and Fido, terrible company. I gotta turn the brightness up on my display here. One sec, I can't see anything. This is south down Yonge Street. So it should take, what, maybe 45 minutes to get to the dome, less if I walk fast. One of those days where it feels cold one moment, not so much the next. Yeah, it looks like the AL East is going to be a pretty interesting race this year. Excellent weather despite the chill in the air. I think he was honking at me. I was clearly not hanging over the road. No, he was honking at something. Athletics 4, Blue Jays 2. Says someone rooting for the Spankies. Greetings, Kimberly McGuire. I'm going to slide a glove onto my left hand. How far am I from the... I don't recognize the name of that building, but as I mentioned, we're about 40-45 minutes from the SkyDome. Pretty good litmus test if you want to tell if someone is from Toronto or not. Show them a picture of the dome and ask them what it's called. You could do the same with Dundas Square. Greetings, Jillian Scott. And yeah, you'll notice this one again is not in 4K. I'm going with the 1080p setup again. Streaming with the DJI Pocket 3. Hopefully in a few weeks I'll be able to use the Pocket 4. Am I going to the what? I do not recognize the name of that building. Call it by its proper name. For lunch, I popped into Chipotle, picked up 3 tacos. That was my 3rd Chipotle this week, so I'm gonna have to lay off. Greetings, Toronto Rocker. No, we are going to where the game is. Then I'm gonna walk back to either St. Andrew or Union Station. And I will pull the game up on my phone. Hey, Chris Mills is here. Fresh picked produce and flowers. What a nice little addition to this area. That was previously one of those unlicensed cannabis shops. Look at these potholes. That is going to send someone on an e-scooter flying. You don't have potholes in New Brunswick, you have craters. This is Yonge and Wellesley. That guy on the e-bike almost smoked those pedestrians. Same with this idiot. So it's 5:30, we're an hour and 7 minutes away from first pitch. But if you don't care about baseball, don't worry. Most of the stream is just walking through the city anyways. You saw my video through Lawrence West Station. Yeah, I uploaded that one for this morning. Look at all those food couriers over there. Fit for less, Firehouse Subs. This is Alexander Street. I walked by this in the other direction, just east of here, and I was going up Church in the last live stream. That used to be a Wendy's, where that Seoul Gamjatang is. Just south of here is College on the right, Carlton on the left. I'm kind of annoyed. I ordered something yesterday online with same day or next day delivery. I paid extra for next day delivery. And now the delivery company is saying expected tomorrow. So it's kind of like, what the hell? Anytime you see Dragonfly is the delivery company or the company picking something up, you know you're in for a shit show. This is Wood Street. I'm watching your video and I went to St. Clair West. Thank you. Medano sent 5 Johnny Strides gift memberships. Lorraine McLean, WRX, Matt, Euronation, Anag 14027, Uncle Buck 416. Thank you. Yeah, I'm rocking the stupid hood now. Thank you, Medano, for gifting 5 channel memberships. I'll have to update the ending credits very soon to reflect all the new members. So thank you and welcome aboard to our 5 new channel members. You'll find a members exclusive video I uploaded not too long ago on the channel. I still have to do my monthly update. Look at that sun. Pretty brutal glare to the west, but nice lighting to the east along Hilton.
It's okay.
There goes a special constable. Excuse me, sir, what's so special about you? Oh, there's another one right across the street. So this must mean the elevator they're putting in on the northbound side must be nearing completion. All this construction finally going down.
Oh, there is going to
Do I think that the Ontario line route is good? I think it's decent. Hey, Mike Landry. Hello, Johnny and everyone. Hello, Mike Landry. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hope you're doing well over on the West Coast, Mike. Should that be your name? West Coast Mike? Either way, thank you, Mr. Landry, and thank you for calling in. I don't think my gloves are going to let me. Perch your... Oh, there we go. I was able to do it with my thumb. Thank you, Mike. As we look up at Aura, I'm more concerned with the Ontario line actually opening someday. It's quite clear that Metrolinx is not so much a transit agency as much as they are just a giant bureaucratic mess. This is Gerard. RMDVTO says that tower has aura. Yeah, the Elephant Castle closed a long time ago and it became a cannabis retailer, and now it is nothing. It would be really nice to see a pub go back there. And I think the Elephant Castle at Simcoe and King is in danger, as there's a development notice for that building. It'd be cool if they went full circle and came back to that spot. I've done a few walkthroughs of the shops at Aura, which are underneath where IKEA is. Transit mobile scooter for a good night. Thank you, sir. Cheers to you for the super chat. Hope you and the roommate have a good night as well. Thank you, Darren. Veritex gifted 1 Johnny Strides channel membership. Waiting to see who the lucky winner is. 8 on Yelm is looking pretty good. MK6 Com. Well, Veritex, thank you for gifting the channel membership and welcome aboard MK6. And Veritex again with the $2 super chat. Thank you, Veritex. You are spoiling me tonight. Cheers to you. Alibaba's blasting the tunes. I'm just going to try to talk over it because I don't have my mute button handy. There's Elm Street basking in sunlight. Barbarian Steakhouse off in the distance. The Yonge Street warehouse. Let's look into the school, formerly known as Ryerson, now TMU. Fund education, not war. Our taxes should be used to improve education, not buy fighter jets. Well, believe it or not, we do need to secure new fighter jets. Hopefully they get the Griffins. But yes, we very much should be investing in both. So we are a block away from Yonge-Dundas Square. Prehistoria Museum. The 97 bus. Dynamic says go Jays go. Indeed. Well, hopefully they can handle the A's this opening series. We got a bit of a softball to start the season off.
People that are willing to kiss ass to anybody just to get by. That's pretty much what I see today. You're not willing to give it up because you don't understand how easy it is actually out here for an able-bodied person. If you were willing to stand up for yourself, you would be good no way. Come on now.
I have no idea what that dude was on about. There's the Eaton Center. Hey, Jeanette is here. I was in Leslieville earlier today, Jeanette. I did a walk down Burnt Mount, where there's a house that used to be covered in dolls. And the new owners gave away all the dolls to others in the neighborhood on the condition that in exchange for each doll they made a donation to a charity. Chris Mill says both the Jays and Raptors are playing tonight. Yeah, but only one team anyone's really going to be paying attention to. In the hierarchy of Toronto sports, I put Jays, Raptors, Leafs, probably FC, then Argos, even though I prefer football to soccer. I mean, if the Leafs actually won anything, I think they would easily be the top team in that hierarchy, but we kind of stink as a franchise. I'm just going to ignore the rock like that. You mean the Hamilton rock? And they would be number 6 anyways. Yeah, someone else called that out. If the Rock are from Toronto, then I'm from Buffalo. Toronto has the most Italy's on the planet? Well, downtown has 2, and I can think of one in Sherway. I know there's 2 in Manhattan at least. I ate at the one at the World Trade Center. It's a popular hot pot chain.
You can definitely.
By the way, since I've been announcing cell phone deals, right now Public Mobile, which I believe is the 3rd tier TELUS carrier, has 80 gigabytes Canada, US, and Mexico. And yes, you can hotspot your phone with it for $25 a month. I think they have a 2-year guarantee on that. That is a pretty ridiculous price. Look what Freedom Mobile started. As I look east along Shooter. All right, I see our friend JB is back. Doing the professional no-life troll thing. Thank you, mods. We still pay the most in the world for mobile plans? Not quite. They pay considerably more down south. I mean, where in the States can you get that plan? Or that's the equivalent of 18 USD. And it's on the TELUS network, so it's not that bad. The only thing is you probably don't get much priority in a very crowded area. Public probably gets deprioritized over TELUS and Kudo. But maybe it doesn't. People just theorize that. This is Queen Street coming up. What would be a bigger event, Blue Jays versus Expos World Series, or Maple Leafs versus Canucks, or any Canadian team, but particularly the Canadians? But since you said Canucks, I think both of those events would put the city at like max excitement. I mean, the Blue Jays in the World Series was definitely a bigger excitement level than the Raptors in the finals. Disagree with me all you want. Good afternoon, 123, $10. A beautiful afternoon today in Toronto. Thank you. Good afternoon. Cheers to you. It's quite the nice day. Still cold enough that I need a glove on my hand and my hood over my ears. The old nose faucet has started to leak, but it certainly could be a lot worse. Thank you for the super.
seconds.
I hear a ton of sirens. Along Richmond Street. Good afternoon. Sent 10 Johnny Strides gift memberships. Holy shit. Ryan T92 from the 22nd row. Ted Teddy Bear. Leo Slin. Mr. Celis. Action VJ. Long time. One of the original mods. Piso Express. Lucky 475. Anna K634 and Rogue Cartoon. Welcome aboard to channel membership. Good afternoon. Thank you for the support. And thank you so much for donating the 10 new channel memberships. Thank you. And Marge, $5 for an after exercise IPA. After pumping some iron, doing a bunch of pull-ups and fun stuff, you definitely want to have some beer. Thank you, Marge, for the $5. I probably will have myself an IPA tonight. Thank you. Good afternoon, and Marge. And we're almost at 500 viewers. Friendly reminder, I go live 3-4 times a week on this channel. And usually Sunday nights on the Johnny Stumbles channel. Head over there and check it out if you want to see something a little different. And if you want to be notified when I go live here, do make sure you have that bell clicked. So over there on the right, we got the financial district. On the left, we got the St. Lawrence neighborhood. Christos says the sun feels so good. There was a moment when I was recording that video earlier today. We were standing up on the deck of this house under construction. And the wind died and the sun came out and it felt quite nice.
When did she start? February. The day she started.
This is Adelaide Street coming up. Predictions on how many wins the Jays have. I think the over-under is like 92.5. I'm going to say 91, but they still win the division. I just think everyone's going to be beating each other up. It's an odd place for that pole. Normally they're set a little further back, and they're not so bloody thick. There's Kraft.
don't know.
That'll be a great spot to watch the game tonight. They have an awesome steak frites. I haven't really noticed that restaurant before. What would I order? Balsamic bourbon short ribs. $58. New York strip, $89. So it's not quite a steak restaurant or steakhouse prices, but it's definitely not cheap. I'd probably get those bourbon short ribs, but I would actually probably not even go there. European mapping says those prices. Yeah, definitely big city prices at that place. But it did look like it was a higher end kind of restaurant. And you can certainly pay a hell of a lot more than that for dishes like that in this city. Alright, let's walk on King Street. Seems like I can avoid walking into that nasty glare. Look at all these people waiting for the next 504. Pro tip, if you want to get a seat and there's a massive crowd of people waiting, especially at a subway station, and you don't see the next streetcar, or you don't see it for quite a while, just walk in the other direction, one stop, and get on there. Get a little exercise in, and get on the streetcar before the masses flood in. Like when I used to go home from working in the financial district, I would go up to Yonge and Eglinton, but often I would go to St. Andrew's Station rather than King. Could guarantee you a seat after a long day at work. And I was rewatching the movie American Psycho the other day. And I caught a scene that was filmed in that building over there, or in front of that building. The TD Center. If you know what you're looking at, that movie was very clearly filmed in Toronto. He obviously shot in New York City. Some scenes, but I would say like 95% of it was filmed in Toronto. Feel free to fact check me on that. I never looked that up. I'm just basing that on what I saw. That's probably one of the best movies you can rewatch, especially after you haven't seen it for a long time. New York Minute with the Olsen twins. I don't think I'll be watching that.
Moi, là-dessus, on est d'accord.
Mais je suis comme ça, plutôt avec les choses, et le but, ça va pas durer.
What's the weather like right now? It is -2. Feels like -7. Says my phone. Oh, thanks for confirming, Mark. All right, so here's the $1 million question. How are we going to make our walk to the SkyDome? Am I going to take Raptors Way and Bremner Boulevard? Am I going to take Front Street or the Skywalk? Maybe we should do one of the outdoor routes. What do you say, Front Street or Bremner? We gotta vote for the Skywalk. Another vote for the Skywalk. That's boring. Jillian Scott, $10. Enjoy a beverage of my choice. Thank you so much, Jillian Scott. You are so kind. Marge forcing that IPA on me earlier. Well, I'll probably have an IPA. I've got a bunch of light ones in the fridge, but thank you, Jillian Scott. Cheers to you. Thank you for your support. We're getting some votes for Bremner piling in. All right, we could take Front to York and then go down to Bremner. Do both, or Front to Simcoe. Greg says, do what I want to do. Well, if I did that, they'd have to put me behind bars. That's why I'm asking you guys. I was carrying around a stick. Ever wonder what a dummy looks like when they're live streaming? Hello. No, this stream will be over. I don't want to stream when I'd rather be watching the game. That's why I'm doing it before the game. Good evening, Lisa. Enjoying that 50 megabits per second upload speed? We're an hour away from first pitch. It might be a little delayed more than that, just because it's opening day. Do I have tickets? No. I have a date with my weight vest, my kettlebell, some dumbbells, and a pull-up bar. Normally I work out Friday afternoons, but see what I was up to in tomorrow morning's video this afternoon. This is Front Street. There's Union Station, where a lot of people will be coming in on the GO train. To catch the Jays, and a lot of people will be going home as well. Are you allowed to record parts of the game without getting in trouble? You could probably record a play or two. You certainly can't rebroadcast the game. So the main ways to get to the SkyDome via transit would be to take the subway or GO train to Union Station. Then from Union, you walk west to the SkyDome. You could either walk along Front Street here, you could stay indoors most of the way and take the Skywalk, or you could walk just south of here along Bremner Boulevard. Your other option, which is what I prefer to do, is to get off at St. Andrew's Station. Then you could walk down Simcoe or John Street, or you could head over to Peter, which is actually Blue Jays Way south of King. There is no one main artery that everyone funnels through, so even before a big game, people are relatively dispersed. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people are already there. I'm usually already in the stadium by this point. Get that first bite and a beer down. Watch BP. All right, I know what we can do. This guy's down here. And this is Yonge Street, straight ahead. Mike6.com. Hopefully this is enough for one beer at the game. Holy shit. Mike6.com. Thank you so much. That is more than enough for a beer and a very, very generous tip. Thank you so much. Wawa. Thank you, Mike. Alright, maybe we'll just stick on front, but I'll loop around the dome. I'll loop around the east side. This is a great pregame spot, by the way, Kelly's Landing. When I went to the ALCS game versus the Mariners, I wasn't able to book that place, so I went to the Elephant and Castle instead. Thank you, Mike. With all these people walking along front, we're just going to stay here. What? Cabbies having turf wars. doing a little self-policing. Get your jumbo hot dog and fries, $7. Sausage and fries, $11. Hamburger and fries, $11. Chicken and fries, $11. Not bad. This is Simcoe Street coming up. What are they? They're giving out free nerds.
There you are, sir.
Thank you. Awesome. Nerds gummy clusters. Well, I got my dinner now. This is on a fancy bus. I was thinking I was going to get a bunch of those classic nerds, but they were gummies. Some totally legit official Blue Jay merch. That guy had a nice jacket with a Super Bowl jacket. To wear a jacket like that, you must have gone to the Super Bowl, right? You're not going to wear that jacket if you didn't go. It's like me wearing a jacket that says Cirque du Soleil on it, April 24th, 2017. Like, why would you wear that if you didn't go to it? But apparently those Nerds gummies are quite tasty. There's the CBC headquarters. Maybe they got it at a thrift store, I doubt it. Somebody is asking me for those Nerds. They say their little one likes them. If you e-transfer me a few bucks, I'll hold them for him. Just kidding. I'm not a dick. But Mark D, a viewer of this channel, got me a Blue Jays ALCS champion t-shirt, as well as a Blue Jays winter toque. So I guess I could have worn a toque out. I was like, I gotta wear my Blue Jay hat tonight, but the Blue Jay winter toque I could have worn. This is John Street. The next one over is Blue Jays Way. There's the Pint. Fun fact, that used to be a Planet Hollywood. If you remember that place. Boston Pizza, a popular pregame spot. The Pint tends to blast music. Well, there's a lot of people flowing down Yonge Street. But what I'll do is we'll hang out at the Dome for a little bit, and then I'll head down to Bremner, and maybe we'll go up Yonge Street towards St. Andrew. And from there I shall hop on the subway, put my totally legal and paid for Sportsnet stream up. There's the Dome. Last time before a game I was recording here, it was the World Series. I think I did this before Game 7, didn't I? Alright, hopefully this music doesn't get picked up. Often cover songs will get picked up. There's a GO train pulling out to Suburbia. Welcome to in front of the SkyDome, which opened in 1989. I attended that opening series. I was at the third game ever at this stadium, sitting a few rows up of first base.
I asked them, hey, you want to come?
And it was the first time they ever had to close the roof during a game. And to our surprise, the roof was leaking. We are less than an hour away. You think I streamed in Game 7 of the World Series? No, I don't think I streamed that one. That was too intense. Gate 2. I think these gates are kind of like the equivalent of having priority boarding at the airport. Thank you, Jennifer Gala. Andre Jimenez, massive upgrade in the field over Bo, but with the bat, not so much. Addison Barger, hopefully our everyday right fielder. Ernie Clement, everyday second baseman right there. I always like this view of the South Core. Go Jays, like this video for opening day. CN Tower. I have a video going up there. and eating at the Revolving Restaurant, which I heard all my life was a horrible ripoff. But I actually found it was pretty good. There's a reason I don't review food. But you got to skip the lineup and eat a decent meal with a hell of a view, and then you get to go to the observation decks anyways. I actually recommend going to the restaurant there. At least based on my experience. Program, $6. I think that World Series program I got was 20. A viewer, Flick Hunter, sent me a super chat to pick that up.
Yeah, with Jerome,
Canadian's invention, pizza Hawaii is yummy, man. I think I know what you're trying to say there. I don't disagree.
There's a little bit of turnover, but it's very consistent roster for me.
I kind of disagree with that guy. I don't think it's quite a different roster. Okamoto on third base. We're starting with Barger in right field. He wasn't there last year at the start. No Bichette. They don't have the DJ out blasting.
Let's go!
A lot of expensive broadcast equipment. D Boutique member for 48 months. Hello, Johnny, mods, and chat. Go Jays, D Boutique. Thank you so much. 48 months of membership. Holy cow! Thank you, good sir. Oh, there's the statue of Ted Rogers. I said in the video I made that they need to rip that out. And guess what Rogers announced they're going to do? We're going to see some statues of Blue Jay greats instead. Which always should have been the case. Why have Joe Carter or Dave Stebuff when you can have, you know, Ted Rogers? That never really made any sense. Wow, those dudes, they ain't fucking around. Look at those guns.
Hey! Vinicqua!
Well, at least those horses don't have to come very far. Pretty short stroll for them. Rogers Terrace. Well, they're not as obnoxious with the music, at least this year. Last year during the World Series, my buddy was sitting 3 rows back of home plate, pretty much in view of the TV cameras the whole game. And he asked if he could borrow one of my jerseys, and he came over before and picked it up. Can you pet the horses? Maybe if you ask. I don't know about that. We're just walking around the perimeter of the stadium. Not much of a lineup to get through security. They didn't always used to barricade off Bremner like this.
Anybody need tickets?
Remember lining up here on this side to get my Marcus Stroman bobblehead. I was dating someone and we were big Blue Jay fans. So every time they had a giveaway, we would always get tickets to the game and come early. And this was usually the gate we would line up at. I got all kinds of Blue Jay swag at home. There's Kazuma Okamoto. He is the wild card this year. That guy could be the steal of the off season. And he looked really, really good in preseason. It is entirely possible we picked up a bat as productive as Bichette's and a way better glove in that guy. Plus, he's super versatile. He can play outfield as well. And I think they've got him on the hot corner. But Barger can play third. Dylan Cease. Dalton Varsho, George Springer. Man, if Springer is back to form this year, that's going to be crazy. I'm just going to put my battery into my camera here. Where's my battery bank? Not in there. Here it is. There we go. Oh, they're marching the horses along Bremner. Springer is going to be the DH a lot this year. Yeah, I have zero expectations from him in the field. He would be a massive liability. But we possibly dodged a bullet with Santander getting hurt. That guy is atrocious in the field. And he never really got his bat working last year, but he was hurt. The Jays also have like 7 or 8 quality starting pitchers. Yeah, Beebs is hurt. Savage is being held back just to keep him under control a little longer. They got Crazy Eyes Max back. Ponce, Cease. Barrios is hurt. He could be a trading piece. They've got an upgrade in left field as well. Once Popkins works him out. And we've still got Nathan Lucas. Lo Perfido is gone. bullpen is going to be an X factor as well. We'll have to see how they do without Sir Anthony Dominguez.
No, seriously.
Look at all these lucky ducks flowing into the game. That street is at Blue Jays Way. Walking around center field by the hotel.
I couldn't sit.
I saw a game from the hotel room when I was a kid. My grandparents booked it. That was back when they had the Windows restaurant over here. Christos likes the baby Blue Jays jerseys. I think the Jays have the best blues in baseball. I like the dark blue and the light blue. There's also the Royals and the Dodgers rocking similar colors. Look at that, they got a Blue Jay logo. Splashed on that building up there.
There's certain gates that are for the lower levels. I'm not going to go to those gates.
Alright, should I head along Bremner to Union or head up John Street to St. Andrew? Maybe it's the cold weather, but it's not quite the festive atmosphere it often is before a game. Thank you, Leo Chung. So we got one vote for John, one to Bremner. First one to 5 wins. John Street or Bremner? First one to 5. I'm gonna do one each. Place your bets, chat. Union, so that's 2 Bremner. 2 votes for Bremner, 1 for John. Alicia says John Street. We're tied at 2. Medano, John Street. John Street takes the lead, 3-2. Trojan Oak Explorer, Greg, Christos. All right.
I know.
We are going to turn around and head up John Street. Everyone voting, thank you for your votes. I'm going to head up to St. Andrew Station and then probably miss part of the game. At least I won't be home for it. I'll still be able to watch it on my phone. We're going to walk north through a sea of Blue Jay fans. I have no idea what song that guy is singing. But hopefully it doesn't get copyrighted. Oh man, there are a ton of emergency vehicle lights right at John and King, it looks like. Something is going down up there. And thank you again, Mike6.com. He sent a $50 super chat earlier. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone else as well. And tomorrow morning I should have a very different video up on the channel. Goodbye, SkyDome. That guy was chugging his pregame beer. Alright, it's not that cold. I was being a baby. I got the hood off, but we're gonna head up and maybe see what all the commotion is up ahead. I wonder if those helicopters are circling just to catch the crowd in front of the game. Someone said Metro Hall. There's Metro Hall. That hideous complex. Redefining the word ugly ever since it was built. Greetings, Xena Legend. I don't see all the flashing emergency lights. So whatever that commotion was, I think we missed it. Explosions and a fire. Am I going to watch the Blue Jays game tonight? Yes. That is the plan. Alright, I should be turning right here.
think they forgot. So.
I just missed the light cycle. Restaurant Row. That man is jaywalking.
I don't disagree, and that's probably.
Yeah, you just ride that thing on the sidewalk. Dude was strolling around in shorts and a t-shirt. What's going on up there? Is that why all the video of the second explosion? What is going on? I want to go home and watch the Blue Jay game, not do the investigative reporter thing. What was the cause of these explosions? All I know is several explosions just occurred. Twitter says Richmond and John. Well, let's just hope they were A, accidental, and B, no injuries. I mean, I highly doubt we're going to be able to get any closer than this. Imagine having tickets for a movie tonight, you're not getting in. Apparently there were 2 explosions about 30 minutes ago.
Because of the fire.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Okay. So
I literally just saw this and I looked it up.
projects because of the fire.
I don't know. I just know there were 2 explosions. Crazy stuff. I mean, that would explain all the choppers we heard. I was wondering if they're here for the J game. But emergency services doing their thing. You're on John and Adelaide right now. The roof of a building under construction. Well, nobody's getting any closer than this. There's a million fire trucks. Well, I'm not sure there's any more to see than this. Whoops, sorry, the stream just cut out for a second. Audio. Sorry, guys. We just lost connection, but it bounced right back. Well, we're not getting any closer than that. Going to cause a little bit of traffic chaos. We are 17 minutes away from the J game getting underway. Although it's possible there'll be some kind of opening ceremonial stuff happening. More fireworks, or rather fire trucks. That's Taipei Tavern. Yeah, we're not getting anywhere near this. They've got a lot of this blocked off. Must have been on the roof. Whoops. Old building roof fire, probably some mechanical failure. Well, they need fire to clear the area before they can make the perimeter shorter. It's quite the response. TV camera. Well, let's just hope it was accidental and nobody was hurt. And if those fire trucks get called to something else. They're gonna have a hell of a time getting out of here with all the congestion caused. It's the building immediately next to the Picasso condo. Well, I was gonna go to St. Andrew, but I'm going to Osgood Station now. Well, we got the walk sign. That guy just said, doesn't look like we can get through here, does it? No, it does not. It is very rare to see Richmond this backed up here. These vehicles are going to be stuck here for quite a while. Well, there's Yuck Yucks and an excellent sashimi restaurant, Jeb Bistro. It's kind of crazy seeing all that. Hopefully it's a nothing burger and everything's under control.
Like a move. Yeah, I think we can walk through.
I was reading just now, a lot of people felt the explosions from as far away as Grange Park.
So if this was the case, like he was leaving Monday and Tuesday,
There's the Hilton. But for me, that is mission accomplished. I'm going to sign off in a moment and hop into the subway station here. Big thanks to everyone for tuning in tonight. Big thanks to everyone who sent support. Had a lot of memberships gifted tonight. Thank you so much for that. A very generous super chat and several other super chats. Thank you for that as well. Thanks to our mods. I saw Marge, Vivian, Madano, and I think Epic Nation HD in the chat. Go Jays go. They'll be starting up in about 20 minutes. Thank you, Leo, Gertej, Novell Koss, and everyone else. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, yada yada yada. I'll probably be live next, I don't know, but at least I should be live Sunday night on the Johnny Stumbles channel. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna get my ass home and start working out and watching the Blue Jays. Thanks for watching, guys. Yoink. As he awkwardly doesn't end the stream.